This is the Bugatti EB112, and it was presented by the Italian iteration of Bugatti in 1993. And, well, it's a rather ungainly looking thing, isn't it? But the story behind it is quite interesting, so I'll share it with you all. What it was is basically a saloon version of the EB110, and as such it's actually built on the same chassis as the EB110. It was presented by, again, the Italian iteration of Bugatti in March 1993 at the Geneva Motor Show, and received mixed reviews because, well, it's quite bulbous, isn't it? Weirdly, however, Automobile magazine named the car the most beautiful car in the world when it was first introduced. And if I put it up next to something like a Ferrari 330 P4 or a Jaguar E-Type, I just can't see that. Now, it was powered by a 450 horsepower V12 engine, which also produced 479 pound-foot of torque, and could accelerate the car from 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, and had a claimed top speed of 186 miles an hour. It was also equipped with permanent four-wheel drive. I say it actually could reach these speeds because 3 were technically made. There was the first red prototype, but then in 1995, when Bugatti went bankrupt, some assets of the company were purchased by businessman Gildo Polonca Pastor. Now, these assets included spare parts and 3 unfinished EB112 saloons. 2 of them were completed in 1998. Not sure what happened to the other one. It's sort of in the dark about it. It's probably just got scrapped, unfortunately. One was finished in black and the other was finished in anthracite, and then that car was also resprayed to the same colour as the prototype, in the red. Each of them are slightly different because, I mean, one's a prototype. Bugatti's history was all a bit muddy back then, as was a lot of Italian supercar companies. Even Lamborghini, they were all over the place in the 90s until they got a bit more stable under the VW group. Now, the blue and then red one differs from the others quite drastically because it actually had aerodynamic enhancements such as a subtle front splitter and a rear lip spoiler, as opposed to the others, which were fairly clean at the back. I say fairly clean because they were still quite ugly from the back. Now, the EB112 actually had several cars that succeeded it, although none of them made it to production. There was the EB218, which was the second concept car by the VW Group iteration of Bugatti, and had a W18 engine and was a bit bigger and had a more traditional saloon shape. Then there was a 16C Gallopper, which had a lot more of a chance of making production, but it, again, never came to fruition. But yes, here is the Bugatti EB112, Bugatti's bulbous concept saloon, and yes, another forgotten concept car for you all.